of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful, I bear witness to the oneness of God and His intention to create the one community where all in His government of peace will live together in peace. I greet all of you with the greeting words of peace. We say it in the Arabic language, Assalamu alaikum. To the mother, father, family, friends of Ermias Asgedom, known to the world as Nipsey Hussle. It is a great honor for me and for us to be here to honor a life that will become more famous in death than in life, and the work that his life will produce will go down in history as something that changed the world. The name Ermias in the language of the Eritrean people means God is rising. The name Nipsey in that same language means homie, a brother from the hood that never really left the hood, but now the whole world will embrace him as his life and his death changes the hood and produces a profound change in the world. To all of us who are here, who come to pay our respect to this prophetic soul who is to hip-hop and rap what Bob Marley was to reggae. He is the prophetic voice of all in that community. What do I mean by that? He lived the gang life, but he didn't stay there. He lived the life of the hood, but he rose above the pull of gravity. They showed me a picture of Ermias with wings on. And wings in the scripture, it says, "Behold, I send my messenger from before my face. He will prepare the way before me, and in his wings there is healing." I saw that picture of my brother Ermias with wings, and I saw him soaring above the hood. Some saw him and said, "Where he going? Is he ever going to come back?" And sometimes when you can fly above the circumstances of your life, it produces envy and enmity and jealousy among those who have not yet learned how to fly. But Ermias was more than a hip-hop artist. He was a voice. He was a brilliant mind. And the Spirit of God was in his life. And so as I was coming here today, riding in the car, I thought of the swallows that fly from Capistrano and they always come back. And I thought of the numbers that fly away. These swallows, small bird, but the face, the wings, and the back of that bird, the color is blue. And on the head is red. And the breast is a combination of cinnamon. And I said to myself, coming here, God, what sign are you showing me in the life of my brother? I never knew him like you know him, but I know him because he comes from God to make a statement in this world that will live into the next world. That swallow flies 600 miles a day as it leaves Capistrano in California. But in that journey of 6,000 miles to Goya, Argentina, it flies in October from America, and it spends the winter in Argentina where it is summer. And then in the spring, it flies back to Capistrano. Our brother never left the hood. He loved the rolling 60s. I thank Nipsey Hussle. I thank, I said it right, Russell, who loved Nipsey, did something in the last game, 20-20-20. And he said, this is for you, Nipsey. Now let's look at 20-20-20. It's 60. In the book of Revelations, bear with me 5 more minutes. In the book of Revelations, it says, here's wisdom. Count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, 600, which is 60, and 6. But the beast mark is the mark of a man, that a man came up out of living the life of a beast. And I'm saying this to my hip-hop community, to my young brothers and sisters. You live like the mark of the beast is in your forehead and in your hands. For it is so easy for us to murder one another, to kill one another, to disrespect one another, to disrespect our women. But out of that 60, there was a man. A man rose above the mark of the beast and the mind of a beast and became a man, a giant, a spiritual man. I hope that we will never dishonor the name of Ermias Asghedon, Nipsey Hussle, and go back to that life. I pray that as he loved the red like he loved the blue, Elijah Muhammad, my teacher, in closing, taught me and us that there's a blue and a red star that is seen in the universe once every 50,000 years. And when that blue and that red star is seen, it is a signal and a sign of universal change. So when Brother Nipsey put on the red and the blue, he walked among the blue with a heart for the red and all the colors in between, because his life was for the unity of the red and the blue, the unity of the hood. So when we celebrate Nipsey, we must celebrate unity. And if we, in the name of Nipsey, in the name of Ermias Asghedon, decide today at this memorial for him, at this homegoing for him, his homegoing will be a life call for us to get up from where we are and be a new man and a new woman and take the mark of the beast out of our hands and out of our head and take on knowledge that we may fly like he flew, above the condition of the hood and above the condition of the world. Look, I close with this verse from the Quran. Speak not of those who die or are slain in the way of God as dead. They are alive, but you understand not. His body is dead, but the mind of Ermias Asghedon and the spirit of Nipsey is alive, like a star in the universe that comes out of a black hole, and a star dies, but the light of that star, traveling 196,000 miles a second, is still coming from space to reach us, even though the star that produced that light is dead. The physical life of the brother is gone, but the spiritual life of Nipsey Hussle, Ermias Asghedon, lives on and on and on and up and up and up, and we will fly away with him to a brighter tomorrow. Assalamu alaikum.